Now that you've successfully installed your Series L VSEP, you're ready to run your first Series L test. Let's watch Kira as she demonstrates how to install the Series L membrane. Here are the parts and tools needed to install a Series L membrane. You'll need a 7/8 inch open-ended wrench. Next, you'll need a 2.5 inch striking wrench, a dead blow hammer, an air ratchet, a flathead screwdriver, a Series L membrane, a Series L drainage cloth, a Series L backing screen, and a set of Series L O-rings. The first step in installing the Series L membrane is to remove the permeate hose from the top of the Series L membrane assembly. Next, you'll want to remove the center bolt from the Series L membrane assembly. After you remove the center bolt from the Series L membrane assembly, you'll want to loosen all of the perimeter bolts. Finally, in order to remove the top clamshell and pressure plate, you'll need to use a flathead screwdriver to pry apart the assembly. The top clamshell and pressure plate assembly can be removed from the VSEP and brought to your workstation. Remove any old membrane that may be installed in the filter pack and discard them. Check the lower pressure plate assembly for good O-rings, replace them if needed, and be sure that the lower clamshell is clean. Install new O-rings as needed. Refer to the manual for O-ring sizes and placement. New O-rings can be purchased directly from NewLogic. The next step is to install the Series L membrane sheet. The Series L membrane sheet has a top and a bottom. The membrane is on the glossy or shiny side. This side must face downward. It's extremely important to be sure that the Series L membrane sheet is well centered on the clamshell to avoid any leaks after assembly. Next, install the drainage cloth on the top of the L membrane. It may be useful to use some regular water to spray on the membrane to help it stay in place. Next, install the backing screen on the top of the drainage cloth, being sure to keep everything well centered. Once you've installed the membrane, drainage cloth, and backing screen, and you're sure that all the O-rings are in good condition, place the top pressure plate into its previous position. Be sure that the membrane does not shift when you install the top pressure plate. Before tightening the perimeter bolts, install the center bolt and tighten it hand tight. Next, using an air ratchet, or by hand if needed, tighten the 16 perimeter bolts of the Series L filter pack assembly. Bring down the pressure evenly by tightening bolts slightly on one side and then the other. Now that you've fully installed the 16 perimeter bolts, it's time to tighten the center bolt fully. Use the striking wrench and dead blow hammer to tighten the center bolt. And finally, reinstall the permeate hose from the top of the VSEP using the 7/8 inch open-ended wrench. Before running the system, you'll need to remove the shipping bar and connect the power to the VSEP. You are now ready to run the system on clean water to check for leaks or installation errors.